This video series has been made for the preparation of SEE exams or Grade 10 exams, subject science. In this video, we are going to discuss important geology questions of board exams. We are going to start with this SEE 2074 EDR. Explain the process of formation of mineral oil with diagram. Give a reason to minimize consumption of mineral oil in the country like Nepal. Answer of the first part: petroleum is formed from dead remains of plants and animals lived millions of years ago. These plants and animals got buried at the bottom of seas and the oceans. More sediment layers got deposited on the dead remains of plants and animals. So high pressure and temperature, high temperature, presence of bacteria and absence of oxygen converted these dead remains of plants and animals into crude oil or mineral oil, which is called petroleum. So the dead remains of plants and animals, mainly marine plants and animals, got deposited at the bottom of seas and the oceans, and these dead remains got covered by sediments. Sediment layer means mud, sand, silt, etc. And more sediment layers got deposited on top of those dead remains. Okay, and the high pressure was given to those dead remains of plants and animals, and these got buried. And the temperature, high temperature deep inside the earth, high pressure, presence of bacteria and absence of oxygen. There was no oxygen. These organic materials got converted into crude oil or mineral oil, which is called petroleum. So this way the petroleum was formed. So marine plants and animals got buried deep inside the bottom of earth, seas and the oceans, and high pressure and temperature and lack of oxygen, bacteria change these organic matters into mineral oil or the crude oil. Now the diagram is this one. This is the diagram. Okay, you can see the petroleum is, the oil is present in between two hard rock layers. There is hard rock layer, there is hard rock layer, and there is oil in the middle. The oil is floating on top of water layer, and there is gas on top of oil layer. Yes, so oil is in between two hard rock layers, impervious rock layers, and there is rock layer at the bottom also. There is parent, this is parent rock, and these two pipes are to take out oil and the gas in oil refinery, right? So how this gas and the oil are taken out from this deposit, mineral deposit, it is shown over here. This is the diagram. Now the next part of the question, that is why the consumption of mineral oil should be minimized for a country like Nepal. So the consumption of mineral oil should be minimized for a country like Nepal because there is no mineral deposit of its own. It is imported, which cost high. It is imported from Middle East countries, and it is very expensive. The economic impact is more serious due to excess use of mineral oil as the energy crisis approaches nearer. Mineral oil consumption causes adverse effects in environment as well. It causes air pollution. So for a country like Nepal, excess use of mineral oil is not favorable because we have to bring it from other countries and it is very expensive. So economically it is not favorable for us, and there is energy crisis coming closer, and because of this the fossil fuels are not available easily, and that makes the cost more high. Okay, so this is the problem. So we should minimize the use of mineral oil, and in addition to this, the use of mineral oil causes air pollution. So these are the answers. Now you can write any one point. Now the next question is, explain the process of formation of coal. Give to economic importance of coal. So the formation of coal, millions of years ago trees got buried. Trees means mainly fern trees of Paleozoic era under the earth due to natural disasters like earthquake, volcanoes and landslides, etc. High pressure of sediments of earth, high temperature, absence of oxygen and presence of bacteria change the dead plants and bacteria change the dead plants into carbon compounds called coal. So you see the fern plants or the trees, fern trees, these are called fern trees. Okay, so of Paleozoic era got buried inside the earth due to earthquake, volcanoes and landslides, natural disaster. In the earlier times, the surface of the earth was not stable like today. It used to be there used to be upheavals of land like earthquake, volcanoes and landslides, right? So these fell down trees, and trees got buried inside the earth. So high pressure of sediment of the earth from top and high temperature deep inside the earth, absence of oxygen and presence of bacteria change this dead plants into carbon compounds called coal. So very simple, trees got buried inside the earth, and inside the earth temperature is very high, pressure is very high, there is no oxygen and there is only bacteria. So all these things acted upon these trees, dead trees, and dead trees got converted into carbon compound called coal. Okay, now importance of coal. Coal is used in steam engines in railway transportation. Coal is burned to make the engines work in trains. Coal is a source of energy in houses and industries. So coal is very important source of energy in big machineries and industries, even in houses. Coal gas used for energy source is also made from coal. Coal gas is produced from coal, which is a source of energy. Now the next question is, how are fossils formed? Write in brief. So this is also a board exam question. You can see there, fossils are formed mainly in three ways. Dead bodies of plants and animals get covered by sediments right after death. Body parts get replaced by minerals after soft parts get decayed, and hard parts like skeleton remain in original form. So dead bodies get covered by sediments and they remain preserved deep inside the earth. Next method is dead bodies get frozen into ice to form fossils. If it is in the polar regions, if it is in the icy places, then fossils are formed in this manner also. Ice make the dead bodies frozen. Formation of mold and cast also forms fossils. So the most important method is the first one, which is getting covered by sediment layer. Dead bodies get covered by sediment layer, and the soft parts or the muscles get rotten and they decay, and these are replaced by minerals. Okay, and minerals get petrified or they get hardened, and they form fossils. Okay, and skeleton, hard parts of the body remain original, these remain preserved, and this form fossils. Now the next question is, give two differences between coal and petroleum. Natural gas is found mainly on top of the mineral oil in nature. Why? Coal and petroleum differences. Coal is obtained from mines in solid form. These are taken out from earth in the solid form, whereas petroleum is obtained from oil refineries from the bottom of sea in the liquid form. Yes, coal is solid, petroleum is liquid. Liquid means that this is viscous liquid, very thick liquid. Okay, and coal is made from mainly plant fossils of fern trees of Paleozoic era, whereas petroleum is made from marine plants and animals, marine plant and animal fossils. These are the differences. Now natural oil is found mainly on top of the mineral oil, because natural gas is in the gaseous form. It is a gas. Okay, it is a gas produced by natural mineral oil. It is formed from mineral oil. It is because it is in the gaseous form and lighter than mineral oil. So mineral gas is in the gaseous form, whereas mineral oil is in the liquid form, and mineral oil contains minerals dissolved in it. That is why it is heavier, and it is in liquid form also. That is why its density is more than gas. That is why it remains in the lower part of mineral gas. Mineral gas is on top of mineral oil. That is the reason. And Next question is, what are the two conditions required to form mineral oil inside the Earth's crust? So this condition was discussed in the first question also. The two conditions required to form mineral oil inside the earth crust are high pressure and high temperature. These are needed. Absence of oxygen and presence of bacteria. So these are the conditions required to form mineral oil. And give to importance of fossils. The importance of fossils. Fossils provide the evidence of evolution. So from fossil study we can understand that evolution has occurred on the earth and it is still going on. In fact, fossils give the information about extinct plants and animals. From fossil study we can get information about the plants and animals which are extinct. For example, we can know about dinosaurs from the informations obtained from fossils, right? Now next question is, fossils are found in sedimentary rocks. Fossils are found only in sedimentary rocks because sedimentary rocks are not formed at high temperature. If it was formed at high temperature, then the fossils could have been destroyed, right? So sedimentary rock is formed by the layering of sediments under high pressure. Layers after layer get deposited and they remain under high pressure. They get pressed, okay, deep inside the earth, and after long time the rock is formed. Dead body of plants and animals get covered by sediments, and these sediment layers change into rocks under high pressure as the more sediment layer get deposited for a long period of time. Fossils remain preserved in between the layers of sedimentary rocks because it is not made at high temperature, right? So the fossils are trapped. These are preserved in between the rock layers, and they get pressed for a long time. They remain under pressure for a long time and fossils are formed, and these are preserved because the sedimentary rock is not formed at high temperature. Only high pressure is there and fossils are preserved. So the layers of sedimentary rocks contain fossils in them. Okay, so with this we finish the discussion of this part. We are going to do more important question in the next part.